Okay, so what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna try and learn one of the tricks that I've wanted to learn for a while, which is a no-footed can. And the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna use the framework that we use to teach our bike school members any trick that they wanna master. I'm gonna put that to the test with the no-footed can. And to be completely honest, I'm a little nervous because I know this framework works and I know I should be able to land the no-footed can. If I don't, it's because I'm not putting in the work and I'm not committing to it. So if you guys are seeing this video, I must have put in the work and I must have committed. I'm gonna do the first thing that we need to do is I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna pull up Bike School, I'm gonna grab the no-footed can explanation that Nick did, and I'm gonna study it. I'm gonna try and get a full understanding of this trick so that I know what I need to be doing.
That's not how you do it.
Someone watching.
You can practice it on the ground to an extent. Now take this with a grain of salt because it's actually easier in the air. Twist your hips and then you're going to kick your feet out to the side. You ride. If you only focus on the front foot, your back foot is more than likely going to already go into play.
Okay, so a couple key points that I pulled from this video was that one, you need to suck your knees up into your chest and then twist your hips. I think one thing, my misconception was that what I would do is twist my whole body and everything, and Nick says that that's gonna throw the bike off sideways and it's not gonna work out. The last thing that I caught was keeping your arms straight and your bike at an angle with your chest over the bar so that the bike doesn't move anywhere. You need to be able to bring your feet back and you need your bike to be in the same place so that you can put your feet back on. This is super helpful. So what I'm gonna do is he pointed out some drills that I can work on without being in the air to build into actually doing this trick. It's gonna give me the confidence that I need and it's gonna allow me to kind of test it out without potentially hurting myself. So I'm gonna do these drills right now. You like that trick? So the point of that was to practice getting my feet back on. When I'm coming back over the frame like this, I'm keeping my feet in that position and then putting them like magnets onto the pedals, because when I'm in the air, if your feet don't go back on the pedals, you're not gonna land very fun. So I'm gonna do that a couple more times. He also explicitly said it's a lot easier to do when you're up in the air, so take this with a grain of salt, but I'm gonna send it because I know I got it. Whoa. All right, so I've done some drills. I have a pretty good understanding of what I need to do. The next step is the scariest one because I have to actually attempt it. All right, and while I try these no-footed cans, I need to record myself doing them or attempting them so that I have something to analyze. So Nick's gonna be on double camera duty. Well, that's a good question. Where should I do it? I think there, maybe that fly out. I like fly out. So I've scanned the park. Nick and I just had a little conversation about where I should actually try it because there's a million different options. And me personally, I want to do it somewhere small. I want to do a small fly out so that I feel like, I don't know, getting up in the air is scary. In this video, Nick's doing it over a huge jump and I'm like, I'm not going to do it there. But I am going to do it on something a little bit bigger than what I would normally want to do because that video says how important airtime is. So we've got this big boob here. I'm just gonna go straight up the boob. I'm not gonna hit it like a hip. I'm gonna hit it like a fly out and see if I can get enough speed to actually get the height that I need for it. So finding the right spot's a little tricky. You might have to push yourself out of the comfort zone, but you never know what's gonna happen. Okay, no-footed can, here we go. Okay, so I did that just to suck my knees up and feel it out. From what I learned in the video, if I do that, I suck my knees up, I can twist my hip, snap my feet out, and do the no-footed can. That felt pretty good. It felt like I was doing what I was supposed to, but what we've learned is sometimes what actually happens and what you feel like is happening is not true. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna actually attempt it like I'm supposed to, work into it a little bit, and then watch my clips and break it down. Is that good?
Yeah, it's good.
I just gotta twist my hips?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, just remember you're not jumping off to the side of the bike.
No, straight.
You're rotating.
Oh, I rotated?
No, you need to.
Okay, so I gave it a few somewhat solid attempts. I'm gonna take a look at the clips with Nick he's gonna help me decode what's wrong with it. And this is what our members get. That's why it's so valuable, because he knows what's going wrong and he can point it out to me so I can make those adjustments.
Part of me thinks that if you just kick,
Yeah.
you'll be right, because right now, you know, your chest is still over the bars and stuff, but what you need to make sure is that if you go to kick more, you're still initiating the same and not just straight jumping off to the side of the bike. Because what we don't want to happen is going up and kicking out sideways and moving our entire chest over. We want to go up and we want to twist like this and then kick out so that this is still over the bike and we can hold ourselves back. Once we get too far out, can't really bring it back. And so like I said, you're starting good, but we need to get a little bit more extension to really see what your body is trying to do right now.
So let's see, so that looks, I'm coming off of it right, but it does look like my feet are just moving to the side instead of twisting out.
And it does look like your whole, like your hips look like they're kind of like throwing
Floating
off
off.
sideways.
And that's
we
wrong.
want to try to keep the hips just twisting.
So I'm gonna come up, suck my knees up,
Yeah, twist and kick.
twist and not float my legs.
Yeah, let's try it.
Twist and kick. What was wrong? One more. Should I do one more? So a lot of times you guys get to the point where you've tried, you've studied, you've tried, you've studied, and then it really just keeps coming down. So Nick just said I don't have any more really weak points. A lot of it comes into me not committing. So if these next few tries I really commit to it, we're gonna study the footage if I don't land it and loop back around and see maybe there's something else that's a weak point. But for now, I'm just gonna send a couple more, full commit. And basically, I want it really extended. I don't want a half-ass no-footed can. I want a, oh, it's a good one. I held on for dear life, but one foot was extended. I don't think the other foot was extended.
So Doug, what you can see here is you were so so set on that one foot, your front foot. So watch. Look at this though, your chest is totally straight and your hips are totally turned. So like everything's good.
Except that foot.
You just didn't let that one kick out as well. But
But it
otherwise,
comes back.
yeah, no, otherwise everything was good. Try to take note of where you're looking.
And my arms are bent.
Part of me right now thinks that you might be kind of looking too off to the side and you're like death gripping the bike. We kind of want to like kick and keep those arms straight a little bit.
Bro, how am I gonna see my feetsies if I'm not looking at them?
You're looking at the pedals or the bars.
So I gotta keep my arms straight, but mostly look at my pedals. That foot did it again. I don't know.
So you fixed the arm problem,
Okay,
you fixed the head problem,
chest is good.
but now you're just, what you're doing is you're focusing so much on kicking this one. This
Yeah.
one is literally just doing nothing. So now, since you have the trick and you're landing on the pedals, once this one comes out, just consciously think about putting this one together. So like instead of just going like this, because that Indian air is happening because all you're focusing on is this leg. This one's just hanging. So now if you actually go like this and then focus on like clicking your heels together out there,
Okay.
this one will have to go there.
Do what I'm doing, keep that straight, and then click my heels to bring this
Yeah.
foot back into
Either
it.
focus on clicking the heels or once you're here,
Yeah.
focus on that foot getting out. Because I used to Indian air like that.
Yeah.
And to get like proper NOFA cans, all I used to think about was just making sure both feet were out there together.
Pop off.
Yeah.
Easy. Not easy. Hey, I think that was it. Yeah?
Yeah,
Dude, that's all it took.
let's do one from the front.
That's all it took was that.
Told you, it's always
Put
one
them
thing.
together.
This is the thing, guys. We talk about this in the bike school framework a lot. We're weeding out these weak points. We're fixing them, kind of like one at a time. And then you're left with literally,
Oh shit.
yeah. Then you're left with literally one thing to think about and it'll fix it. It'll make the trick work. So let's do one, film it from the front just so you can see it on this
My feet weren't perfectly parallel, but they were
Hard
out.
to get them perfectly parallel
Yeah.
with not a lot of time, but you see the difference. In
Way, yeah, because it was like the other ones are like this, and that looks stupid. So it was a sketch landing, but it felt good. It felt so good.
Like, so first, for you guys, we're gonna play one of Doug's first ones from the front. So let's watch this. It's in slow-mo, so look at that. Total in the air, that first foot goes nowhere. And then let's watch the improvement in literally just like 2 or 3 goes. Focus on that back foot, boom. Straight, solid, no foot can. And that's it. You just weed out those weak points, get yourself something to focus on, and boom.
So with that, I learned it really quick. And to be fair, I've tried them before, but never really like with conscious effort and never getting this close. It came around pretty quick for me because I was ready for it, because I have good airs, because I can one-footed cannon, like it was easy to work up into it. But as you guys could see, having that feedback from Nick and being able to analyze the clips is a game changer. That like without it, I would have just kept doing the exact same thing over and over and over, and they would have looked awful. So I want you guys, you guys that are members right now, you guys have this framework and you have Nick accessible to give you that feedback. Take full advantage of it so you can master any trick you want. You guys who are thinking about it, what are you waiting for?
And also, just so there's no questions, I was very nervous if Doug was even gonna be able to do this.
Me too.
Or if we're gonna waste time doing this video. Legit, he's never done it. And after that first one, I was like, when it was all Indian air, I was like, well, hopefully we can fix it. And we did. So just so you know, this was not staged. And maybe one day I'll try to do a turn down.
Yeah,
It
we'll
might take
switch
2
it up.
weeks,
We'll switch
but-
it up.
All right, so that's that. See ya.